Finding new growth for your business is one of the hardest and most difficult strategic challenges there is. So how to find opportunities for new growth. Now, the first rule of new growth is that you're not going to find it with your existing customers. So if you really want to go for breakthrough growth, not just incremental, a couple percentages here and there, you're not going to find it with your existing and most happiest and most loyal customers, because in all likelihood, if they are very happy, they are already buying whatever they need, and it's kind of like maxed out, their demand is maxed out. So if you want to find opportunities for breakthrough new growth, you have to look at underserved and neglected customers. Now, to be a little bit more granular, how can you find those and what types of customers can you look at? Now, in my book, The Art of Opportunity, I describe 4 types of customers or non-customers that you can specifically look at and target to find breakthrough new growth. Now, the first group is what I call unsatisfied. Now, this is a very easy group to target and find because they use your product already, but for whatever reason they are not happy. They only use it because there is no viable alternative. But as soon as there is a better alternative, they are ready to jump ship and to switch. Now, what can you do? I mean, as I said, these are already your customers, so it's quite easy to find them, or you can just use your complaint services, for example, feedback services that customers give you. If you have satisfaction surveys, talk to those who are very unsatisfied, look at the online reviews that you might get, look at what people complain about, and try to switch your offering or adapt your offering by removing those pain points. Second group is the refusers. Now, the difference between the first and the second group is that the second group, they are also aware of your offering, but they don't use it. They refuse to use it because for whatever reason they find it's maybe not relevant. They find it's too expensive. It's too difficult to use. They just don't see the value. So these folks are a little bit more difficult to find, but again, usually you find them easily by looking at people who talk about your offering in a bad way and say, well, I'm not going to buy this. I refuse to buy this. The third group is a very interesting one. It's what I call the wannabes. So they are aware of your offering. They find it appealing, but it's out of reach for them. So usually because it might be too expensive or because it might just not be available in their market. So the question is, how can you make it available to them? How can you make it affordable to them, obviously, while you are still making a profit? Which also brings me to the fourth group, is the unexplored ones. So kind of a little bit similar, or there's a link between the third group, the wannabes, and the fourth group, the unexplored. But this is a group of customers that your company and probably your industry never thought of targeting, because they think, well, it's not an attractive customer group for our industry. They can't afford our offering anyhow. We can't make any money with them. So that's usually the kind of arguments that you would get here. And in the book, I talk about a TV advertising company that actually looked at startups and small and medium companies, which traditionally the industry always thought were unattractive because they couldn't afford to pay for TV advertising. And this company found a innovative revenue model that actually turned startups and small and medium companies into customers, and they made 2 billion additional revenue out of turning that unexplored customer group into an actual customer group. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how you can identify these 4 groups, how you can target them, how you can find out what they actually need, and then most importantly also how you can actually turn them into customers, take a look at the Art of Opportunity online masterclass, which is now available at snookers.com/AOO. See you inside.